She hadn't seen her in 2 years, but the moment that door opened, the wolf froze, and so did everyone watching. A trail camera captured something that morning no one could explain. A full-grown wolf, gray, wild, powerful, standing completely still at the edge of a Wyoming rescue facility. Not prowling, not threatening, waiting, like she recognized something, like she remembered. 2 years earlier, a ranger named Dale found a tiny wolf cub alone on the side of a mountain road outside Jackson Hole. Her mother was gone, the pack was gone, she was barely breathing. He wrapped her in his jacket, rushed her to the only place he knew could help. A local rescue run by a retired wildlife vet named Carol and her golden lab, Rosie. Carol wasn't sure the cub would survive the first night, but Rosie wasn't giving up. The old lab curled around that tiny wolf like she was her own, kept her warm, kept her calm, licked her clean when she was too weak to move. Day 1, day 2, day 3, the cub's eyes opened, and the first thing she saw in this world was Rosie. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button at the bottom right corner of your screen. Stories like this one, we find them every single week. You don't want to miss what's coming next. They named her Luna. For months, Luna and Rosie were inseparable. They slept side by side, ate together, played in the yard at dawn. But something Carol always knew was coming finally came. Luna was growing fast, too fast. She wasn't a puppy, she was a wolf, and her instincts were waking up. The howling started at night, low at first, then louder, then different, like she was calling out to something she didn't know existed yet. Carol watched Rosie watch Luna, and she swore that old dog understood what was happening. A wildlife nonprofit contacted Carol that fall. There was a reintroduction program in Yellowstone. Luna was healthy, Luna was strong, Luna was exactly what they needed. The decision broke Carol's heart, but she knew it was right. The morning they came to take Luna, Rosie sat at the door and refused to move. Not growling, not barking, just sitting, staring, like she was memorizing every inch of her cub one last time. Luna pressed her nose against Rosie's forehead, held it there for a long moment. Then she walked into the carrier and was gone. Rosie didn't eat that night, or the night after. Life moved on the way it always does. Luna thrived in the wild. Carol got updates from the field team, GPS signals, trail footage, sightings. Rosie got older, grayer around the muzzle, slower on the stairs, but she still slept next to Luna's old blanket every night. And then one Thursday morning, Carol's motion sensor alert went off. She checked her phone and stopped breathing. On the trail camera feed, just outside the fence of the rescue property, stood a gray wolf, alone, still, looking directly at the house. Carol pulled up the tag number from the wildlife team's database. Her hands were shaking by the time the result loaded. Wolf F7, female, age approximately 2.5 years, released Yellowstone corridor, field name Luna.
She had traveled over 60 miles, no food trail, no clear reason, nothing to explain how she found this place, except one. She remembered. Carol opened the back door slowly and let Rosie outside. What happened next was captured on that trail camera, and it doesn't matter how many times you watch it, it hits you the same way every time. Luna didn't run, didn't pace, didn't react like a wild animal meeting a stranger. She lowered herself to the ground, crawled forward just like she used to as a tiny cub, and pressed her massive gray head into Rosie's chest. Rosie didn't flinch, didn't pull back. She just leaned in, closed her eyes, and rested her chin on top of Luna's head. Two animals, two worlds, one bond that distance and time and instinct could not erase. They stayed like that for almost 4 minutes. Carol stood in the doorway crying. The wildlife team coordinator she called didn't believe her until she sent the footage. By the next morning, it had been viewed 8 million times. Luna disappeared back into the tree line before sunset, the way she had to, but she came back 3 more times over the following year, always alone, always to that same spot by the fence, always for Rosie. Carol says she doesn't fully understand it. The scientists say wolves don't do this, that it defies everything they know about territorial behavior and pack instinct. But Rosie knows, and Luna knows. Some bonds don't need explaining. They just need to be witnessed. If this story moved you, share it. Someone in your life needs to see this today. And if you want more stories that remind you the world still has moments like this one, subscribe right now. Hit the button, because what we have coming up next week might be the most unbelievable rescue we've ever covered. Don't miss it.